everything right, make sure everything's perfect. It's a big car, it's loud by the way, so any kids, fingers in the air when this thing fires up.
Yeah, 1590 or something like that it was. Pretty small figures, you know, like it wasn't much, 1,594 horsepower. Now, what he wants to do today, what Jake wants to do today is he's just going to do an easy qualifying figure today. Doesn't have to wring its neck. At the moment, I'll get ready to tie down this one. Take us a little bit of time to tie it down because Jake's car, we know the performance of it. Okay, getting ready. First run coming up. Just an easy little 1,190 horsepower, 887.5 kilowatts. Oh, good fun, 1,250.5 horsepower. 1,250.5 horsepower. And it shouldn't be too much longer before we get ready to run it. It's an easy one, he gets himself up there. 1,517.5 horsepower, 1,130. Okay, here we go. He's way over the top. He's done it. 1,666 horsepower. 1,242.6 behind. It is but Jake, you done it. The only man, two-time back-to-back winner, but you also did it on a big figure for the last showing of the car.
Yep, yeah. I had a fair bit of trouble on Thursday, and I've been a bit cagey about it. And yeah, I hurt the turbo pretty bad on Thursday night, and there was no chance to get bits, and the turbo's pretty sad at the moment. So I just really wanted to sort of back it up, because me and a couple of mates did a massive amount of work to get it here, sort of thing. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I sort of won it. You know, it's good that I've gone back to back. I wasn't actually thinking about that. I honestly, genuinely wanted to make a lot more than that, but I don't really want to risk this turbo flying to bits. I mean, and you know, maybe injuring someone, you know, because it's pretty bad, it's ugly. So, yeah.
It's one of the things, so much of the work you've developed and done yourself. A typical backyarder is the best way to describe it.
Not really. I've sort of worked for myself for about 8 or 9 years now as Jake's Performance, and prior to that, you know, I started in '92 at a very respected dyno shop in Canberra, sort of thing. Yeah, and I've been in the industry since '92, sort of thing. And look, I do all the work myself. I don't know that you'd call that a backyarder, but I do all the work myself. I build the gearbox, I build the engine. I had to patch that turbo up on Thursday night, like, so I tune it. You know, I do everything, but a few little bits and pieces on it. So yeah, yep.
Because one of the great ways, you've shown it there with the turbo on this, you had the problem with it on the Thursday. So you do some of the things you've had to do yourself because you wanted to run, you didn't want it to run just 1,000. You did have the figures. You said you wanted to finish its life in the car on a big note.
Yeah, look, it was, I like to try and make more power each time it's sort of seen somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of, I probably put a lot of pressure on myself, but I do want to make sure that each time it appears somewhere, it makes more. Like, I mean, that's, to me, I don't know why, but it's just something I've got in my head. I want to do that each time it gets seen somewhere, you know. I do want it to make more power each time. Look, there's a lot more left in it, and there was a few rumours flying around and stuff, and like I say, if it didn't have that problem, we would have seen a a pretty monumental number, but it just wasn't to be, so I can't do anything about it, you know.
And of course, finally there, Jake, you're based here in Canberra. Certainly you have become the man for people to go and see if they want to have the performance engines, and it's time for give you, Jake, Performance a plug.
Yeah, well, I'm based in Mitchell and I do a lot of late model Commodore upgrades, a lot of drag racing stuff, turbo nitrous, superchargers, fabrication, like a fair bit of stuff, yeah, yep.
This has been an unpaid commercial for Jake's Performance here in Mitchell. But for everybody there, put your hands together for him. He is our 2013 champion, Jake Edwards.
Can I just say a couple of thanks? I had a mate, Paul Allen, help me massively. Like, he's been with me pretty much the whole time, the last couple of weeks. Helped me heaps with some parts, with all sorts of stuff. John White, given me a really big hand, and I have to thank my family because I've only had Christmas Day off and I think they forgot what I look like. So I've really got to thank my wife Amy, my son Max, and my daughter Arabella.
Good on you, mate. Nothing like loving the family.
Thank you. Thanks.
Jake.